It's time for practice. So in this class, we will go on with our 10th lab experiment, lab program. And the lab program is a very familiar lab program. So far, this is the 4th time we are coming across with the same example, which is grade calculator. But in this lab program, we are going to implement the concept of grade calculator by using the concept of switch statement. So let's go on to the program and understand the program line by line. So as you know, we are doing this for the 4th time and the last time. So here we are going to allocate grade based upon the marks obtained by the student. The student is going to provide the marks, and based upon the marks obtained by the students, we are going to provide the grades. So how that can be done? The first step is variable declaration. In this variable declaration, I have taken 3 variables. The first 2 variables are integer type, which is marks and key. What is this key? We will understand as we go on. And these marks are the marks obtained by the student. And the third variable is of type character, which is to store the grade obtained by the student. The grade that is allocated for the student based upon the marks will get stored in this grade variable. The second part is user input. Here the user is going to provide the marks and the prompt is enter your marks. So the user is going to enter the marks. And the third very important part is the logic. So the logic for this program, but by using the switch statement. So here the key is the value which is consisting we are going to change the marks obtained into the without the decimal part. So what we are going to do is, so let's make it simple. If let's assume that the marks obtained by the students is 85 by 10 is going to be 8.5. But can you guess what is the value stored in key? Because the value of key is an integer, because the value of key, the data type for key is an integer, 8.5. Now, will it going to consider the floating point values? No, it will not consider the floating point values. So the value stored in the key is 8. So try to understand this. So about this concept, this is the introduction where we got, this is where we got introduced to this concept. But in the later coming classes, we will have a detailed explanation about this concept. So at this point of time, all you need to understand is, if 85 divided by 10 is going to produce an outcome of 8.5, because the 8.5 is getting assigned to the key which is of type integer, so only the integer part of the value will get considered. So the value 8 will get stored in the key. Okay. Now coming to the key in the use of key in the switch statement. So now let's assume that if the marks obtained given by the student is 85, the value of key is 8. Now the value of key is 8. Now we are going to search for the cases. Where does the 8 comes? In the case of 8, which part has to be executed? So here the grade will be assigned, the variable grade will be assigned a value of B. Grade B will get allocated in the variable grade. And after that, the break statement means this is the statement that needs to be executed, and after that we have to come out of this switch statement. And the last step is final output. In this final output, we are going to print the score is the score that is given by the student, which is 85, and the grade is %C, which is stored in the variable grade. So both the values will get printed within this printf statement. So let's see the output, whether it is getting executed in the proper way or not. Let's check that. So run this program and let's see the output. Enter the marks. Let's give it as 85. See here, the score is 85 and the grade is B. Because the value of key is 8, we are assigning the grade to be B. Now what is this case 10? See, this is one of the example for you to understand what if the break is not given and why intentionally I didn't give the value of break statement, because if for example the marks obtained by the student is 100, it is going to produce 100 by 10, which is 10.0, and the value assigned to the key is 10. Means even if the student gets a mark of a key value of 10 or 9, we have to assign the grade to be A. So that is the reason why I don't need any of the statements to be executed. See, try to understand how the cases can be used, and multiple cases can execute the statements commonly. Try to understand this. See here, the case 10 and case 9 are executing the common statements. Because the break is not there and none of the statements are also provided for case 10. So in this case, if required, based upon the requirement, we are creating these kind of cases. Try to understand this. So this is the one of the advantage that we are going to get from this switch statements. Okay. Now if the marks are 100, the case 10, the statements in the case 9 will get executed as the statements in the case 10. We don't have any statement for case 10. So and there is no break statement in the case 10. The case 9 statements will get executed. Now let's see, run more values and see what is the outcome for different types of values for marks. Now I am entering the marks to be 75, or let's take 100 and see what it is going to print. The score is 100 and the grade is A. And let's run the default case also. So here the default case, if none of these cases, we are going to obtain none of these cases, then the default value has to be executed. Now I'll give the marks as 65, which is going to produce the key value as 6, and none of the cases are provided for 6. So the default value will get executed. So it is going to print a grade of F. Let's see that. See, the score is 65 and the grade is F. So that is the beauty of switch statement. That is where in such cases, this is how the switch case has become an alternative for if-else if statement. So that's it for this video. See you in the next class.